Hey y'all, this is Crooklicious checking in, and today I'm bringing you the Cleveland, the Tier 6 cruiser in the American line. It's a beautiful ship and it's great to play with, I'll have to say that. Now, this is going to be my third video on YouTube, and I do have to say that this is by far one of my favorite ships as well. I'm bringing you 2 rounds today, both of which I get 5 kills each, so check that out, and hopefully you see some of the good things I've done, and yes, there's some flaws I've also accomplished or had during these 2 rounds. Either way, this is going to be post commentary as I was not able to record it live with mic audio. So anyways, hope you enjoy. If you do, feel free to give it a thumbs up, but thank you so much everybody for all your support, and here are the 2 rounds, and this is Crooklicious checking out. Alright, let's get going with this. This is going to be the first round I'm going to show you today with the Cleveland, and this is also both these rounds I'm going to be showing you are tier 5 kills each. Now you can pause it here real quick and look at the ship arrangement. The highest tier is tier 6, which I am, and there's not a whole lot of tier 6, so I'm kind of I kind of have a little bit of an unfair advantage being a Cleveland in this round. So anyways, I'm going to speed up a little bit until we get to some action here. Now, they had quite a few of their teammates going over on the east side, and there was also Akuma trying to take the middle part. Now, this is kind of your standard capture the flag type round. And anyways, I unload my first HE round. I always kind of leave it on HE at the beginning and go from there. I had a good shot in there, and I realized I probably should switch to AP at some point. I know a lot of people kind of bring that up with me, is to shoot more AP at cruisers, and I completely understand that. Right now, I was not thinking that, I can tell you that much. And this is post-commentary, just a little FYI, so as you can kind of tell, since I already know how many kills I had and kind of mentioned that. But anyways, this Kuma's in a really bad spot, and not only that, he's actually probably in a good spot since I'm missing so bad. This is definitely not a good demonstration, but I'm trying to stay out of range, all the other ships over on the east side. So I'm turning him back around right now. Just trying to unload on him. I already have him on fire, so I should have switched to AP for sure by now. I like the consistency of HE rounds, but I do like the damage capabilities with AP rounds. I usually like to do that once I've set a ship on fire. It really depends on the situation. In this situation, switching over to AP rounds probably would have been the best, but he is kind of low to the water. So anyways, I'm just unloading on him. I don't even know what on earth he's doing. He's got himself in a very bad spot, stuck in between 2 islands, and I just really find it quite humorous because he's just completely getting destroyed. So I'm trying to shoot out in front of him because I thought he was going to propel forward, but he might have got shot and lost some of his engine capabilities or propeller capabilities. So I just started shooting a little bit closer to home, see if those shots come in. In the meantime, I see some shots coming in from this New Mexico. Realize that they're going to miss or slightly hit, so I didn't really worry myself too much. Decided to get behind this little island right here in between me and the battleship so I can focus on other ships in the moment because, let's be real, I'm not 100% concerned about that New Mexico right now. But anyways, I'm thinking that this destroyer could potentially come out over here. I see him on the map turning, so I thought I would test my luck real quick and shoot over this island. I probably should have shot a little bit further out in front, but either way, he's starting to loop around right here, and take a little bit of shots, seeing if I could lead him at all, but he was taken out by the time I get to him. Anyways, by this time I've crossed the point where the island is in between me and the New Mexico, and he gets a few good hits on me. He's shooting what appears to be HE rounds, which is rather curious. I don't see battleships too often shooting HE rounds much at all, so I try to get some shots off. As you can tell, I shoot 12 shots and I hit 10. Right there I shot another 12, but half of them hit the island. I was just trying to get him out there again to see if I could catch him on fire, especially if he's used his repair. Now, I didn't realize, but my teammate was coming alongside me as well at this moment, and so we do a little love tap right here. In the game, I did not I did not realize this, but I was detected, and it wasn't by the New Mexico just a few seconds earlier. I didn't realize that until probably a little bit closer to here. But I'm trying to get this guy on fire again, start whittling him down, and that's when I recognized the destroyer that detected me earlier. Now, this is a very key moment because I have a few of my teammates over here. Most of them are battleships, so we need to get this guy out of the water. He's in a very bad spot, and it is a Clemson, so he doesn't have great torpedo range. He's more of a destroyer hunter than he is a torpedo boat. Anyway, so I got my second kill of the round and decided to start focusing on the New Mexico again. He is under a lot of attack right now, as we have 3 battleships and myself, the best cruiser in this match, shooting upon him. So I'm just lighting him up. Everybody else is shooting AP at him probably. I'm keeping my eyes out on backside because I'm assuming that there's probably some ships over there. Anyways, this guy is knocked down to 6,000, 5,000 health, and all the way down to 3,000. So watch this last shot go in real quick. Looks like it's going to be killer, so get my 3rd kill of the round. And I'm trying to come backside real quick, and I thought he was a little bit closer when I was playing this game. I thought he was like around 6 kilometers. If he was, I would have clipped him on the backside. And anyways, I have my HE rounds loaded right now, so I thought I'd use them against the Omaha. The destroyer is hitting me a few times. And in that moment, I decided to switch over to AP because I know the Omaha has weak armor. And so just gotta time it right there and let it go. And in this moment, boom, number 4. The 4th kill of the round was with a great AP salvo. Got 5 hits to Citadel right there. Anyways, I don't know why right now. I should have switched over to HE rounds with the destroyer over there near the middle of the map. Coming around backside, but I realized that too late, and I had AP rounds already loaded, so I decided just to shoot those off instead, at least get some type of a hit, and switch over to HE while I'm reloading. Got a decent 1,000 hit, but probably could have got more with the HE rounds. So I realized the biggest threat that we have with our team now, if you look at the top, we have them completely destroyed. Their whole team is gone. The only threat we have now is that destroyer gets into our cap zone and caps out. That's the only risk I see, especially since most of my team is all around it. And so I'm kind of the closest person. I kind of need to go after this guy right now. So anyways, he comes around the corner here. I decided to start shooting, and now you'll be able to see how bad my shooting is at 8 kilometers plus range against destroyers. I got a good hit right there. And so I'm just trying to shoot out there. I realized I probably should have just shot one oh my goodness, I can't even think of it, one turret at a time, instead of having all 4 doing a full salvo going after him. But alas, I shot all of them at once. And at this point, I realized I needed to turn on my sonar because he probably launched torpedoes off right when he got past that island. And sure enough, right there, they're registered. I realized I'm probably going to take a hit, so I'm going to turn right into it. Got a decent hit on him as well. And luckily, the range was met, and so the torpedoes didn't get any further. So hallelujah right there. But anyways, he put up some smoke, and now I can't see him anymore. But I still need to go in and take him out. So what do you do in this situation? For me personally, I like to try to like weave a little bit, but you don't want to weave too much, because if you turn full one way, like full right, full left, and then you start changing your turn in the middle of that, if the torpedoes are coming, it's too late, you're probably going to get hit. And I realize I made this mistake in the next few moments here, because most of the time I like to try to go straight into the place where I think the destroyer is at, but I turn my whole pretty self to him here shortly. Right now I'm actually doing it pretty good, because generally he's going to be within that range right there where the smoke's at. So as long as I keep my front facing that way, I should be okay. But alas, I turned my full self almost completely to the smoke, which could have been very, very bad. Now it's a good thing for me to get my guns turned, so I started focusing on that a little bit. But yeah, right here is where I was at my most vulnerable spot. I realized that after the matter, I thought I was being all smart and everything about this. But alas, I start turning left heavy. That's when he comes, so I continue with my turn. That's the important thing with the destroyers. If they're close by, keep with your turn because you might miss the torpedoes. So because I kept with my turn, he launched all 8 of his torpedoes, some at close range and some were spread out. And alas, he missed me and got my 5th kill of the match. And the last guy, the New Mexico all the way up in the north, was far away. Now, you can pause right here. I realize I went through this really fast, but 108 shots on target and so forth. I had the most base experience from everybody. And our opposing team didn't have much of a chance. That was a complete blowout on our part. So anyways, let's go on to the next one here in a few seconds. A few moments, I should say. I can't remember when I ended this. There we go. Alright, so this is the second round. This is not the better round, I would have to say. I would say it's still good, but I did not whittle away at everybody, even though I still had 5 kills. So that being said, just be mindful of that this round kind of took some kills from other people who whittled down the opponents. But that being said, somebody had to go out and take them out anyways. So it kind of worked out because some of my teammates kind of died and everything like that in those moments. So anyways, I decided to start heading over here. My teammates are talking about how we should go one way. I'm never a big fan of going one way, but I do play passive aggressive. I did show the team layout right there, but I realized I didn't show it for that long, so sorry for not editing that, but you can go back there and look at that. Anyways, fast forward ahead to some of the action here. Now, just to mention a little bit of my play strategy, I'm kind of a passive-aggressive guy. I will kind of sit back and watch things play out, and if I see a moment where I can push, I'll push, but more than anything else, I might sit back and wait for things to develop and go from there. But anyways, I'm shooting in on this Phoenix. I switched over to AP rounds just a little bit too late, and not only that, but he turned to the point where I could not get a full salvo on his broadside. That being said, I also looked at the map real quick, realized that we had a lot of people coming this way, and my teammate, who's a Phoenix over there in the left corner, personally, I think he was not being the most intelligent with his gameplay right now. I do feel like the Phoenix is a glorified destroyer without the perks of the destroyer. Because it can go the speed of several of the destroyers in the American line up to its tier. And so it kind of has some similar things. Anyways, I don't know how on earth I missed right there that bad, because I was aiming right there, but must have caught the island in some way, or I just slipped at my hand and shooting at him because I absolutely missed. That one was more understandable. I overshot the Wyoming right there. But anyways, I realized in this moment it was probably good to play defensively. I also know some torpedoes coming in for our aircraft carrier, and realizing that the aircraft carrier could probably do more damage over here for us, I thought I would try to go down there and help out with my AA after getting some shots off over here. So anyways, we're about to lose our teammate, the cruiser Phoenix, right there, just at that moment actually. So now we just have 2 DDs, and they have a DD, some cruisers, and some battleships coming this way. Me personally, I know I can't take all of them on into Cleveland. I can get spotted at ranges of 10 kilometers plus, so this is not a good place for me. So this is where I'm going to be playing more passively, since most of my team's on the right side. We are making that push on the right. And then over here, I'm trying to help out potentially with some AAA. I realized I should have put up my plane, my fighter, since he could probably have done a little bit better than myself with my anti-aircraft fire on my ship by itself. Now, anyways, so playing passively, I'm trying to come back here. The destroyers are trying to go after that that battleship over there, and we also have a battleship trying to come up the middle right now. And me personally, I'm trying to come back that way as well, so I could hopefully help out in the middle and start playing a little bit more passively and playing more defensive in this moment, since we are getting bull rushed a little bit on this left side. Anyways, I completely botched that shot right there, as you can tell. So while we're heading over there, I like to just say kudos to the Omaha that's going up in the middle against the Arkansas Beta. And I should have looked at that before I shot, but gratefully the reload time of the Cleveland is really good. But I decided to start focusing over here because I realized my Omaha, my teammate who's going in the Omaha, probably won't last super long against this Arkansas Beta unless he gets some torpedoes into him. And so as I'm watching right here, the Omaha has launched all of his torpedoes unless he's not fully upgraded. Then he's only launched one side of his torpedoes. So he actually got a few hits into him, which is great for him. And I wasn't thinking about this because most of the time I just want to get the person out of the match. But he's whittling them away really well right here. And I start shooting in as well. I think the guy... Oh, I was the one that caught him on fire. I, for some reason, thought the Omaha did. But anyways, the Omaha is destroyed by the Arkansas Beta now, and then I come in and get my first kill of the match against the battleship right there. Now, there was a Phoenix coming in from behind. I was the one that originally shot on him before. So now it's just trying to get him to come out in the open. I started shooting some AP rounds. I switched over to that after killing the Arkansas and seeing the Phoenix. Got a good Citadel hit right there. Aiming low to the water, and those get you some Citadel hits. Got two more right there. Got another great round. Now this shot, I realized I aimed a little too high, or else I would have completely took him out. So now I have to turn and face him again. The one advantage I have is that he went and land, so now I just need to slow down probably a little bit and just make this turn and not get stuck on the island at all, or risk having him be able to lay torpedoes and get out of the area before I can kill him. So as I'm turning around right here, I realize he's backing up a little bit, and some of his torpedoes have already been launched. Gratefully, not in a position where they would hit me at all. So anyways, he's still backing up, trying to escape by backing up. I just shoot out there without even thinking. Get a decent shot with 2 shells into him. And here comes my back guns right there, and get my second kill of the match. Now this is where I have to decide what I want to do. And I'm actually going to skip ahead here in a second, because ultimately I decide, instead of going back where those 2 destroyers are, I'm actually going to divide the middle right now and see if I can help out with against the enemy up here in the north. So cut ahead right there, and I'm gonna help out over here and see how well we can do over here. Now those destroyers on the left flank did great on our team. So anyways, I see this Omaha right here aiming low to the waterline as he's shooting in on our teammates. Get another hit the Citadel. This guy is gone for. I don't even think he realized I was here. I think he was just kind of shocked that out of nowhere he just got shot. And so anyways, got another kill in that round. Third kill of the match right there. Now here comes I think it's a New York at 11 kilometers out. So I switch over to HE rounds. It's time to finish this guy off, or hopefully do so. My goal is to catch him on fire and just whittle him down. And I realize he's preoccupied by shooting at all the battleships over there on the east side. So I thought I'd take advantage of that, get some good HE shots in right there. I'm not even hitting him with a lot of shells, but enough to cause a good amount of damage. He was trying to heal up there for a little bit too, and I think at this point he is mine. So 100 left. He was trying to turn to get a shot in on me, and there he goes. 4th kill of the round. But yeah, see what I mean? This round wasn't really where I take a battleship all the way from full health down to no health. It wasn't quite that type of round, but wherever I was at was needed at the time, where I could take out and help out with some of our opposing enemies. At least I hope so. But yeah, my passive-aggressive approach also kind of helped out a little bit, but I would have to say the destroyers on the left flank probably did the best in this round. If they did not hold that position, we would have had the red team come around that island on the west side and be able to come near Cap, and there wouldn't have been much I could do to help out there. So anyways, I'm detected now, and they only have one ship left on the team, and that's their destroyer. And I should have realized that he was probably in that area. I wasn't really paying attention. So that being said, time to go destroyer hunting. So I notify my team that I'm going to get out of Cap. We have 7 minutes left in the match. Shouldn't be that bad of a, a wait. But anyway, some of my teammates were saying cap them out. And I completely understand that against a destroyer, since a destroyer can run and hide. But I was just barely detected, so I'm going to see what I can do about that. So coming over here to the west side, there's a few possibilities he could be. I want to stay far away from the islands because he could be over there. And sure enough, he is over there. So I decided to shoot some in front and behind him, see what I could do right there, and got 5 shells on target and destroyed him for the 5th kill of that round. Now, if you come in here, had base experience at 3,804. I only had 74 rounds hit target that time, and 4 citadels. Anyways, base experience-wise, I did not get the most experience. I was actually second. And that Gothic Archangel deserves every amount of that because he held the other team at bay at that spot. But anyways, hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, feel free to give a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. This is Quirkalicious checking out.